Who am I? I am, my name is Julia. My name is Julia Hannafin. I'm a writer. I grew up in Berkeley, California, which is across the bay from San Francisco in California in the US. I grew up in a family of women with two moms and a younger sister, which I think made me, in large part who I am. My medium is writing. I write fiction, I write nonfiction, I write screenplays. And yeah, this residency has really enabled me to experiment and find the bits that overlap. So I went into GlogauAIR thinking that I would keep working on a novella, like a short novel that I'm working on. But when I started doing when the residency became an online residency, and I began understanding this distance that I would have, I came up with the idea with Maria and Laura to create a project that was residency specific. So the form that that's taken is I made a questionnaire for the other residents who are in Berlin and asked them to describe sort of a sensory experience of their living spaces in their studios. And from there, the responses that I've gotten, I've been writing something that is, I guess, equal parts fiction and nonfiction. And that has really allowed me to experiment in getting the different forms of language that I want into one piece of work. I think what inspires me the most are gaps in stories, gaps in memories. And I really I think I'm often inspired by a story I have about my family that might not be all the way complete, or a way I misremembered something and then trying to imagine why I misremembered it that way. And I think a lot of my fiction comes from there too, sort of the idea that we have these stable versions of ourselves in our mind that are periodically challenged by whether an outside circumstance or something that's happening inside us, something disrupts that, and I'm interested in that disruption. If I had to describe my residency experience in one word, maybe it would be space or distance, closeness. Because it's been so much, I think this experience for me has been so much about imagining myself in other places, imagining other people's spaces, and thinking about what really is the best vantage point from which to write. Do you write the best when you're the closest to an experience or a space? Do you write the best when you're the furthest away? So something in the space, distance, closeness, one of those three. This residency has been a really wonderful chance to experiment and think about space differently. And even though I've been in my same room over here, the experience feels like it's changed my relationship to it in some way, and I feel really grateful for that.